गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. ओम नारायण नारायण नारायण. Okay. We are talking here in the temple today, unlike in my room, unlike other days where I speak in my room. So let us see how it works here. If it is okay, we shall continue for a few days. Only Sugama classes. Otherwise, I'll go back to my room. Now it is little silent. Okay, let's continue. So we are in the last leg, last paragraph of 53 point. The 53 is discussing Anyonya Adhyasa. Anyonya Adhyasa is the Ashesha Swaprachara Sakshi. Deha Dharma, Indriya Dharma, Mano Dharma. All these we have discussed. Now the last point which we were discussing was the very I notion. Aham pratyaya is superimposed upon the Sakshi. Aham pratyaya is superimposed upon the Sakshi, and the Sakshi is superimposed upon the Aham pratyaya, I notion. Okay, so this Anyonya Adhyasa is the root Adhyasa. Other Adhyasas are secondary. Secondary in the means they come later. Other Adhyasa means imposing mind upon the Atma, sense organs upon the Atma, body upon Atma, and the external objects. So, in this Adhyasa of Anatma, Aham Pratyaya, mind, sense organs, body, and the external world. All these things are superimposed upon the Atman. So, in this superimposition, the primary one, the primary superimposition is Aham Pratyaya. The primary superimposition is Aham Pratyaya. Aham Pratyaya is I notion. That I notion is superimposed upon the Sakshi, and Sakshi is superimposed upon the I notion. This is the basic fundamental Adhyasa. Regarding this, we discussed almost. We are in the last portion. How Aham Pratyaya is superimposed upon the Atman we discussed. How Aham Pratyaya was superimposed upon the Atman. This point we have discussed elaborately. Now, Tadevam Atmani Anatma Dharmadhyasam Saprapancham Pradarsha Idanim Anatmani api Atadharma Adhyasaha eva Anusandheyaha Ityati Dishati. The last paragraph of 53rd point. Okay, 53rd passage. Now, Anatma Adhyasa we have seen. Anatma superimposing Anatma upon the Atma. Now, how Sakshi is superimposed upon the Aham Pratyaya. This we have to say. See, Tamcha Pratyagatmanam. I now that Pratyagatma, Tamcha Pratyagatmanam Sarva Sakshinam. Pratyag Atma is inner Atma. Pratyak means inner. Pratyagatma, the inner Atma, otherwise called Sakshi, because Sakshi is the innermost. How do we say Sakshi is innermost? Because everything else is negatable, including the I thought. That I notion too can be negated and what remains self-existing, self-shining is the Sakshi alone. All negation comes up to Sakshi. Thereafter no negation is possible. Because Sakshi is oneself. I can negate everything else. I can't negate myself. Because the negator cannot negate himself. See, the negator negates anything other than himself, but can't negate the very negator. Atmantam nishedaha. All nisheda comes up to Sakshi. That means anything other than Sakshi can be negated, but Sakshi himself stands because Sakshi is self-existent, it is natural, and it is not an imposition. Means it is Sakshitvam is my nature and it is not Anatma. Therefore, tam pratyagatmanam. Now here in our swabhavika adhyasa, in our instinctive adhyasa, we find not only Anatma is superimposed upon the Sakshi, even Sakshi is superimposed upon the Atma. Bhashyakara, see, note this point. This also we have discussed. Briefly we have discussed before. Just as Anatma is superimposed upon the Atma, Atma is also superimposed upon the Anatma. So this is Anyonya Adhyasa. Satyanrutayoho Mithuni Krutya. This is what Bhashyakara told in the very beginning. I just read out the beginning thing. Yushmadasmat pratyaya gocharayoh. Vishaya vishayinoh. Vishayi is Sakshi. Vishayi means Sakshi, a knower. Here Vishaya vishayinoh, when we said Vishayi is Sakshi, Vishaya is everything including the I notion. Everything including I notion is Vishaya and Sakshi is Vishayi. Therefore, Vishaya Vishayino Tamaprakashavat Viruddha Swabhavayo. They are quite opposite, completely opposite to each other, like Tamaprakasha, like the darkness and light. See how light and darkness are completely opposite. Completely means they cannot coexist. Viruddha swabhavayoh itaretara bhavanupapattau siddhayam. One becoming the other is impossible. Really, mixing one with the other is impossible. It may happen only under misunderstanding, but real mixing is impossible. Isn't it? So, because what is opposite to each other, the two things which are opposite to each other can never be brought together, can never be taken as one thing as for another. Atma as Anatma and Anatma as Atma. This cannot be exchanged. Neither their identities can be exchanged, nor their properties can be exchanged, nor they can be brought together. See, 3 points here. Neither the identity of Atma, Anatma can be exchanged. Transferred, exchanged means transferred. Atma's identity cannot be transferred to Anatma. Anatma's identity cannot be transferred to Atma. This is transferring their identity. Second point is, in the wake of transferring their identities, we transfer their qualities also, their attributes also. Anatma's qualities are attributed to Atma. Atma's qualities, characteristic features are attributed to Anatma. Here, not only first their identities are mutually transferred, and not only their properties are also mutually transferred. Now he says not only they cannot be transferred, neither their identity nor their properties. even they cannot come together and exist together. Even their coexistence is impossible. He says, Sutaram itaretara bhavanupapattihi. This we have touched one point. I just touch and proceed. The Vyakhyanakaras, the Post-Shankar writes, like Panchapadika says, the light and darkness can coexist, he says. Here Bhashyakara says, one cannot be transferred to other. One cannot be exchanged with other. Not only their identities, their properties also. But there he says they cannot even coexist. They cannot even coexist like light and darkness. See how light and darkness cannot coexist. Where there is light, there can't be darkness. Where there is darkness, there can't be light. They are totally opposite to each other. So they cannot even coexist. But he says Panchapadikakara. We don't know who is the author. People say he is a Padmapadacharya. Whoever it is, we are not interested in the person. We are interested in the idea. We are only discussing the idea. He says light and darkness can coexist. Therefore, similar to that example, Atma, Anatma can coexist. That means they can exist side by side. How, what is impossible? He talks like this. So that we have discussed already. Now we don't have to repeat it. Just reminding. Tad dharmanamapi. Not only their identities cannot be exchanged, their properties also cannot be exchanged. This is the reality. Then how can you say there is Adhyasa? Siddhanti says yes. We admit. If you go by the very nature of Atma and Anatma, it is true. Atma cannot be taken, cannot be exchanged, cannot be transferred to Anatma, nor Anatma to Atma. Nor their properties can be mutually exchanged. It is true, yet there is Adhyasa. How can you say that? When they are totally two opposite things, one cannot look at other, one cannot exist in presence of another. See, Atma cannot exist in presence of Anatma, Anatma cannot exist in presence of Atma, like light and darkness. Then how can you say they can be combined and there is an Adhyasa? He says, see, Bhashyakara says, we are not going by the possibility, logical possibility. You are talking, it is logically impossible for these Atma, Anatma to come together or to be mistaken one thing for other. You are going by their nature, you are going by their logical possibility. We are telling you, don't look at the logical possibility, just to look at your Anubhava. In spite of its impossibility, in spite of its logical impossibility, in spite of its natural impossibility, Adhyasa is there simply because we find it in our life. That is the only reason. See how, what reason Bhashyakara advances here, proposes here for Adhyasa, to prove Adhyasa. What is the reason he gives? In fact, we don't need to prove. We don't need to propose any argument, posit any argument. Simply because we find Adhyasa in our life. Our life itself is the evidence. Life itself is the evidence to show that there is Adhyasa. We talk of Adhyasa simply because it is found in life. We are not going by your logical argument. See, logical argument may say anything. We simply say it is in your life. Our Akhandananda Swamiji would give very beautiful example. He says there is a villager. I don't know, even now it exists. In the village, in a village, if a boy marries, he will register his name in the office, panchayat office, the village head. Say whoever is married, whoever is born, he keeps the record of birth, death and marriage. I think these three things he keeps records. Other things he is not bothered. Whoever is born, if it is informed to him, he notes down. If somebody dies, he notes down when and who passed away and when. And then if he married, that also notes down who is his wife and name, and that's all. This much he keeps the record. And according to that, if you go by that record, that register, he is unmarried. And that person went to the city, lived there for some time, and got married to some girl and brought the girl to his village. And the village head says that you are not married. And he says, no, see, this is my wife, I am already married. And he says, no. He takes the book and says, see, my register says you are not married. And he says, your register may say anything, but see, right now, right here, my wife is, I am married here. And he says, I won't accept that you are married because my register says you are not married. See, is register pramana or is actual life pramana? Or if a person dead, he has to record. Somebody did by mistake that he passed away, and he noted down. Another example. Somebody said by mistake, by misunderstanding, and he noted down this person passed away. And later that person comes and he says that, no, you are supposed to be dead. We have already noted down. You can't come and talk to me. And he says, I am talking. Hey, you are a dead person. Don't talk. He says, when I am alive, right in front of you, I am alive and talking to you, and you say that I am dead. He says, my register says that you are dead. See, here, register is not a proof to show that he is dead or alive. It is his own presence, his own experience that he is standing in front of you and talking to you. That itself is a proof. You don't need any proof more than this, better than this. Similarly here, to prove Adhyasa, you don't need logic. You don't need to discuss about the nature of Atma, nature of Anatma. He says, the very nature of Atma is such that it cannot be superimposed. The very nature of Anatma is such that it can't be superimposed. Therefore, superimposition is bad. All this argument is waste. You are going by the nature of Atma, nature of Anatma. We also admit, yes, it is the nature of Atma, Anatma, not to get attached, not to get connected with each other. Then logically impossible. Yet, we find Adhyasa because it is there. Because it is there in our life. That's all. That is the only reason. So, there is no reason. Nahi drishte anupapannam nama. Bhashyakara makes one statement. He tells this statement again and again many places. Drishte nahi drishte anupapannam nama. There is no question of tenable or untenable. There is no question of tenable, untenable. In case of what is a matter of experience, nahi drishte sati, what is a matter of everybody's experience, a universal experience, you can't argue, oh, how can it be possible? Possible, impossibility, logical possibility, impossibility is immaterial. It just doesn't count, doesn't make any difference in the matter of what is already found in your experience. What is already found, it is something like, I would give this example. The person was expected from Bangalore, but due to some strike means the buses are not running, trains are not running, the roads are blocked, no vehicle can come, the roads are blocked, traffic jam or some reason. Now nobody can come from Bangalore. Now he says, he is expected, but he could not come, therefore he can't come. They have already decided. But suddenly they found that the person has come, is right in front of him. And he says, how can you come? I say, how can I come? I'll tell later, but I am here. He says, we can't accept you. How can we accept that you are here? Because no bus is running, no train is running, and all roads are closed. How can you come? Therefore, we can't accept you that you have come. See, this is where people have to learn. See, while studying Vedanta or even Adhyasa Bhashya, people will become very mature person. Lot of our confusions, misunderstandings are removed. How people go by logical argument, possibility, impossibility, when the fact is right in front of you. Why don't you see the fact? Though you are seeing the person, you are arguing with the same person who has come. He says, how can you come? I won't accept that you have come. You are arguing all this arguing that the person cannot come. It is impossible to come. Therefore, I cannot accept you that you have come. And you are arguing you are arguing with the same person who has come and is standing in front of you and is talking to you. You say, I can't accept you. How can you come? And he says, we don't need traffic, bus, train, everything. All those things set aside. I am in front of you. I am talking to you. Do you see me first? Yes, I see you. Now, do you argue with me? Yes, I am arguing with you. Then what do you want to argue? I want to argue. I don't want to accept that you have come. What do you say about it? Is there any meaning for it? But this is how people do. Most of us do. What is the anubhava, the experience right there? You ignore it and keep on arguing unnecessarily with something else. This is what makes most of the people. I tell you, people cannot distinguish between blind faith, a logical thinking, anubhava. All these things are messed up. The whole world is messed up. Based upon this lack of this clear thinking, religions are built up. Nations are destroyed. Millions and millions of people are tortured, killed, destroyed. See how a misunderstanding, how blind faith can kill people, can commit any inhuman acts. Not once or twice, not one or two people, millions of people. Not for 1 day or 2 days, centuries together, millennia together. You keep on killing the people. See how this is a very strange thing. This fanaticism is a strange thing. I think it looks, that's why our Shastras say, Maya is very great, more powerful. See, in Post-Shankarite's language, in Pauranic language, Maya means a confusion, a delusion. They call it is true. Confusion, delusion is also Maya. They say Maya is a confusion, delusion. It makes the whole humanity, even the great people like Devatas, Rishis, also it deludes and confuses. And in the Maya, among the Maya's nature, Maya's qualities, there are several qualities of Maya. Among them, this fanaticism is one more feature of Maya. Fanaticism, fundamentalism, or what you call it, bigotry, are the another feature of Maya. It is a strange thing which nobody can understand, but most of the people are in it. The same fellow complains when another fanatic comes and tortures. You see, there are two religions in the world. It's a very strange thing. One religion says, the other religion is a fanatic religion. And their followers are fanatic, and their prophet is fanatic. And this religion says their prophet is fanatic, their religion is false religion, and they are deluded people. And they are very cruel people, they are ill-treating others. Both of them do the same thing. Both the religions do the same thing. But they keep on accusing with each other that you are fanatic and you are blind believer. See, where does it end? This is called Maya. Maya means you are right in the midst of it and you deny it and you object to others. You question the other person when he is in the same condition. You question the other person doing the same thing which you have been doing it, and even now you do it. You are also a blind believer of your religion, your concept of God, your idea of prophet, your idea of your other world, and all those things. You believe blindly. Not only you believe, you are in the name of your God, that my God ordered me to force you to forcibly convert you to my religion, otherwise ill-treat you, kill you, rob your temples, break your temples and idols, because my religion tells me. But the other fellow says, my religion doesn't tell me, my religion allows me, wants me to worship a murti, an image, therefore I shall worship. He says, no, you can't worship. What is this? And therefore, some of the people really rightly think that it is the religion that is responsible for all cruelty. Even a normal human being's cruelty is much less compared to religious cruelty. Therefore, people say, common human being is much better because he is more humanistic. That means the human nature is more humanistic than religion prompted, religion inculcated nature. See, the human nature also there is a little bit of animalistic thinking, little cruelty, because when he is angry, egoistic, sometimes he exploits others and ill-treats others, robs. He does it, but once in a while he does it, and again sometimes he will cool down also. See, when he is in an angry mood, when he is in egoistic mood, he misbehaves. After some time, he cools down. He can't do continuously all the time. And all egoistic people are not equally cruel. Sometimes they are, sometimes they are not. And after a few days, they will regret also. See, if a human being commits a mistake out of anger, out of hatred, he can't be 24 hours in the hatred, all the time in the hatred, all his life he can't be in the hatred. See, humanly it is impossible. Therefore, if he is in a condition of hatred, he may do something, and after some time when he is relaxed, he will become compassionate. He will become kind-hearted. Therefore, the normal human nature is less cruel compared to the religion cultivated cruelty. Because religion cultivation comes in the name of God, in the name of prophet, in the name of holy book, and it inculcates you the gentlest person, the very kind-hearted person, the gentlest, soft-spoken person becomes cruel in the name of religion. Terrible. Not all religions, certain religions which teach cruelty as a part of their sadhana. Hatred is a part of their sadhana. Their God teaches hate the people because I hate them. Their God himself says, I hate people. Therefore, whoever is my follower must hate. Because in the covenant, there is an agreement. See, I hate Satan. All the followers of Satan also I hate. If you are my follower, you should hate them and ill-treat them. If you ill-treat them, I'll be happy. See, if the God himself tells you, advises you as a religious sadhana, holy sadhana to hate and ill-treat people, common people, setting aside their human nature, they will become fanatics, bigots, and also very cruel people. And they don't feel any guilty also. They have a clean conscience while torturing, raping, murdering others. Very clean conscience. That's because in the name of God, in the name of religious book, in the name of prophet, if you tell a person that you should do these things, then he will do comfortably, and he thinks that in fact he feels happy that he will definitely go to heaven because I have tortured this person. This heathen I have tortured. This non-believer I have tortured, therefore I will go to heaven. So, human mind can be brainwashed. In short, human mind can be brainwashed by a religion in the name of God and such things. Human mind allows itself to be brainwashed. Once it is brainwashed, it is under the conditioning of that thought, that belief, that idea, then it can become like that. But one good thing is, if you can be brainwashed, if you can be conditioned, you can be deconditioned also. You can be deconditioned also. But if you allow, you can be deconditioned. So, compared to a normal human nature, this religion cultivated nature is terrible. That's what you can see in the all over world now. I think how human, we say generally from the animal janma, from the animal birth you get to come to the human birth. But being born as a human being, living like animals. Living like animals means being so cruel, so hard-hearted, so insensitive and cruel. And this is the strange thing. You born human being, but still you become a tamasic, rajasic, asura. It's possible. Because that's what we see. Therefore, the real Maya is in this thing. That you believe something. And you can believe most wicked thing, cruel thing as God. You can believe God as a most hateful person. Not only God is a hateful person, but if any worshipper of that God, any believer of that God should share my hatred. See, this God creates such a religion. He says, I hate people. I hate Satan. Where is that Satan? God alone knows. Even I don't know whether God himself has seen Satan ever in his life. If he has seen, first put an end to that Satan. Instead of putting an end to Satan, this God is so timid fellow, so coward, he is afraid of that Satan, and he catches of the people, human beings, and tells them, you see, you go and hate him. If you don't hate him, I'll torture you. I think in the name of his hatred for Satan, he becomes another Satan. It's a very, very strange thing. He becomes another Satan. And he says, I hate Satan. What is Satan? It doesn't define a quality. He says any human being, any normal, simple human being, he calls Satan or a follower of Satan. It's a very strange thing. And he says, I hate. And his follower, bhakta, a devotee, must share his hatred. What a strange thing. Do you ever say that God himself has inhuman qualities and he wants his followers to share his inhuman, animalistic, brutal qualities, and that is your religion? And nobody seemed to question this. I wonder. I think if I were born in Europe, I would have become atheist. I am born in India and came to Vedanta, therefore I am survived. I think if I were born in Europe and America, I would have become atheist, I think. Or I would have come to India and learned Vedanta, or I would have become atheist. I would not believe that God at all. That's why we find many, many atheists in Europe and America. Many good, sincere thinkers, good, sincere people have become atheists. Very strange. So, this is called a delusion, a Maya. Maya means, one meaning of Maya is that this is, you are stuck with the wrong thinking and you remain within that and commit all evils, and you would not even know. You think that your mind is clean. You feel very happy that I have done such a thing. I have killed so many people. I have killed so many heathens, so many kafirs, so many unbelievers. I have killed them. You feel so happy. You get a very good sleep today that you have tortured, you have raped an unbeliever woman, you have raped them. You feel very good, very comfortable and sleep. What an inhumanity. How can a person be so cruel? But this is what he is. He never regrets, because the religion gives you strength not to regret, not to give up your conditioning, your cruelty. But if you are without religion, I tell you, the common sense logic, the common sense heart, the common human being's heart, once in a while you will be angry, you will be hateful. But after some time, you yourself will feel bad that, I have killed people, I am sorry, I have done it. You will tell sorry. If a religious man kills, ill-treats a non-believer, will he ever regret and apologize? If he apologizes, that means his religion is wrong. If he doesn't apologize, that means, if he follows his religion, he should not apologize. If he apologizes, means he finds fault, he is finding fault with his own religion. That means he has given up his religion. He has to give up, then there is no way. No way. That means the religion taught you to hate people, and you hated, and later you regret now. That means you have become a better person. I think you have become more than religion. That's why a name has come, a statement a saying has developed in modern society that humanness, humanity, or a human feeling, I don't know what you call that, humanhood, I don't know what is that. Humanity, I think humanity means a humanness. The humanity is better than religion. This is the statement I see modern people making. I was shocked when I heard it. You mean humanness is better than religion? Because by religion I mean Hinduism. In Hinduism we never feel that humanness is better than religion, because it is the religion that makes a person more humanistic, more saintly. If a person becomes unsaintly, inhuman, we never call him religion at all. We call it asura. But here you see, that's why the atheists and modern thinkers, those who are disillusioned with this kind of religions, fanatic religions, they say a human being, a common human being, an atheist is better than religious man, because a religious man aggressively lives only in hatred, and a common man without religion, he has got both mixed, sometimes hatred, sometimes good feeling, so his mixed person is better. But a religious man is a continuously, consistently hateful person, consistently cruel person. Therefore they told common man is better than religious person. Humanness is better than religion. Some of the thinkers think like that. But I was surprised to hear this when I heard it first time in my life. See, here this is one thing we miss it. I think I have told this several times in my talks. Here I touch a little bit and proceed. Otherwise we will be deviating unnecessarily into this topic. First thing is Hinduism, our Vedika Dharma says this. All religions which are branches of Hinduism. First thing starts is common sense logic. Common sense also teaches you certain ethics. You don't want to be hurt, therefore it is your duty not to hurt others. You don't want to be cheated. Nobody teaches you. You are born, any human being. I don't want to be lied to. If somebody tells me lie, I can't accept. That means naturally you expect other person to tell the truth, speak the truth and not tell a lie. Okay? So you don't want to be cheated, you don't want to be exploited, you don't want to be killed. This is natural. Without any teaching, even if you are born in a forest, this is instinctively present in you. We call this common sense logic or common sense ethics. So any human being feels that I don't want to be hurt. So the same thing becomes, because other person also, does anybody think that, see, this is one good thing, I don't want to be cheated, I don't want to be hurt. Now a person who thinks that I don't want to be hurt, does he ever think that other persons don't think like that? Does he ever think? Just as I don't want to be hurt and exploited, cheated, similarly everybody also doesn't want to be hurt, exploited and cheated. So this is a common sense. You don't need any religion, any scripture or anything, whether you are atheist, theist or anybody, or you are nobody. It is simple thing, a common sense. First start with common sense ethics. So Hinduism says common sense ethics it accepts as a religious ethics only. A common sense ethics is accepted as a religious ethics, but religious ethics adds one more step, that's all. We have two levels of teaching. One is what you are already, because who gave the common sense? God created. A conscience is created. We are born with a conscience. We are born with a conscience. So your conscience tells you not to cheat others, not to exploit others, not to kill others, not to harm others. Okay? Because you also expect the same thing. What I expect from others instinctively, without being taught. Without being taught, you expect. The same thing you understand every human being, every living being. Why human being? Even a living being, even a dog or a cow or a horse or any other animal also doesn't want to be hurt. Do you think dog likes to be hurt? A tiger likes to be hurt? Nobody likes to be hurt. No living, even a plant, let us take it. Does a plant loves to be hurt? No plant loves to be hurt. no insect, no animal, no human being, no living being for that matter, likes to be hurt, likes to be killed, likes to be destroyed. That means everybody, it is an instinctive feeling in all of us that we don't want to be hurt. Then what I expect, the same thing is expected by all other living beings. That means the very nature or God, whatever you call, the very human nature, human heart, or the nature of the living beings itself imposes a law upon us. What I expect from others, the same thing is expected by all others. So therefore there is a common sense ethics, common sense law. Common sense law is the first revelation, I tell you. The first revelation is common sense law. This is a universal revelation. One is a special revelation, another is universal revelation. So Hinduism says this common sense law, common sense ethics is a universal revelation. All living beings are given. All living beings are given this revelation. Do we need any special revelation here? So this common sense ethics is accepted, is included. Then there are certain events in life where common sense is not enough to explain. Common sense logic is not enough to explain certain events. And there the religion comes and explains to you, because there is something, the world beyond, other world, other Janma. Then you need a higher explanation, because your common sense logic, the human logic, is not enough to explain certain events. A person is a very nice man, very good person, he got cheated, he got killed. A person is a very nice man. A person is a wicked person, a thief, he is a robber, he robbed the property of others, but still he is living comfortably. Now, how can your common sense explain? Therefore, those who do not believe in religious ethics, go by only common sense ethics, like atheists and etc., they will be shocked seeing this thing. See, in our life, at one place, we get cheated. Everybody, we get cheated. Somebody is more powerful man, he cheats you. And he takes away your money and property. Now you tell others, nobody can help you, probably they are also helpless, they cannot help you. Then what will you do? You become angry. And you say, is there God? If God is there, why does he not prevent me? Prevent the fellow who is cheating me? Here you cannot explain. General explanation is, if you are a good person, others will be good to you. If you are a bad person, others will ill-treat you. This is the common sense logic. But there are a few events that occur in our life where you are a good person, yet you are cheated. There is a bad person, still he has got good money and status and respect. Now what could? Your common sense fails to explain here. Common sense logic is not enough to explain here. This is where religion comes and explains to you. What does the religion do? Religion does the same common sense, it extends the common sense to another area. See how beautiful it is. I think this basis is missing, and Hindus are unfortunately not teaching others. I think Hindus have a responsibility to teach the whole world in this particular. See, this, because of this thing, you see how religions create problem. You see these two foreign religions living in India. They create always, they don't accept the social laws, they don't accept the law of the land, even the common sense law they don't accept. They always like the double standard. We can cheat you, we can rape you, but you should not cheat us. Because we are religious people. We belong to our religion, therefore our God-given right to exploit you, cheat you. But you can't do, if you do, we will kill you. This killing is right according to our religion, and I'll kill you, that's all. Because you don't believe my religion. Now they take it for granted, this double standard, one-sided law. See, if they follow, it is one law. For others, they don't deny the law. They take the freedom, but they deny the freedom to others. So this is the double standard. They take them as natural. This is the religion which got bad reputation all over the world in the modern thinking people. That's why they hate religion, because of this bad reputation. What is that bad reputation? Double standard. One is double standard. When you ill-treat people outside your religion, So you think your religion is superior, and those who do not belong to your religion, those who do not believe religion, you can cheat them, exploit them, kill them, and do anything. And no sin attaches if you exploit them. In fact, moreover, your God will be pleased. And God is a hateful God. So these are the things. These are not religions which elevate a human being from beyond the common sense to religious level. These very religions are inhuman, they are below humanity. Now I can categorize two types of religion. One is humanism. Humanity, humanism, human values, common sense ethics, common for all. No compromise, inviolable, everybody must follow. Now the religion comes. Religion first accepts these common sense values, common sense humanistic values, then it adds another layer, or you can say another stage. It teaches something more than this thing. It makes you more humanistic because you become disappointed. Because certain injustices, certain problems, certain logically you are unable to explain. You see all human beings, we are all human beings. But some people are more intelligent, some people are less intelligent. Some people are rich, some people are not. Some people have good life, some people have less. See, now this nature, in the nature of the people, in their economic status, some people are born blind, born physically handicapped. Some people have got a good, hale and healthy body. Now what can you explain? Your common sense cannot explain anything. Common sense fails here to explain. This is where religion comes and tells you Purva Janma karma, the karma of the past life comes to explain. So, where the common sense works, all those values must be followed. Now, as I say, the first thing is human beings has to be taught is these humanistic values, these common sense ethics, common sense logic, you follow this. Where this common sense logic, humanistic ethics fails to help you, at that time religion comes. Therefore, religion should be superhuman. Now what we see in these two foreign religions and certain other religions also, learning from these things is they are going below humanism, below humanity. In fact, the ethics, religion should come and elevate. They should become more than the humanity, more than the human values. It includes human values, human ethics, humanistic ethics, but it also adds some more. So that explains where the human logic or common sense ethics fails. Then the religion will be of great help to us. But what we find this religion is, common sense ethics is more kind-hearted than this religion. Religion is below humanity, below humanness. It is more demoniac. Therefore, certain religions are asura religions because they reject the human common sense ethics, they reject the human values, they reject the human feelings, and they become inhuman. You understand the point? They become inhuman. And they say ours is religion. Don't question. We don't believe the law of the land. These are all man-made laws. These are all common sense laws. Common sense law we don't apply. Human laws we don't apply. We don't accept at all. These are all man-made religion. Ours is God-made religion. This is a terrible thing. That's why modern independent thinkers are disillusioned with these religions. I say they reject. We think we are better human beings. We are human beings. We are better human beings. We are better off without this kind of religions. In fact, they say religion can only be devilish. They came to this conclusion because this is what we see. So certain religions do, and those religions are becoming more and more popular day by day. And nobody is questioning. Those who question are only atheists alone. But I tell you, within the religion also, there is a healthy religion. Like Hinduism. Hinduism means Buddhism, Hinduism, all these things are included. First thing we say, I think I said these things long before, now I am telling you after a long time. First thing is we accept the human ethics, common sense logic. So any religion should not be illogical. It should transcend the logic. It should transcend the common sense ethics, common sense values, because the common human values are unable to explain certain phenomena of life, certain events of life, certain features of life. So they are unable to explain. You don't know how to understand them. This is where the religion should be more than a human ethics. Okay? More than human thinking. Then we appreciate that religion. In fact, we take them with all humility, with all respect, we accept that religion, because where our human thinking is unable to solve the mystery, solve the problem, that's where the religion helps us. Then religion makes us more humanistic. See, when religion transcends humanistic ethics, it doesn't mean that it goes against humanistic ethics. It makes you inhuman. It doesn't make you inhuman. Okay? We don't say that it makes you inhuman. In fact, it makes you more humanistic. See, I'll tell you a simple example. When you go by the common sense ethics, when you go by the humanistic ethics, the other person helps you. Yeah, Bunny. Other person helps you. Other person is good to you, you are good to him. If other person ill-treats you, you try to ill-treat him. You try to teach him a lesson. But there are some places it teaches you to forgive the person. Even if he ill-treats you, you can be generous-hearted and forgive him, you can tolerate. This common sense cannot help you. This is where, because if you forgive, if you tolerate, what happens? You will get some punya. And so this is where it makes you more human than the common sense. Because common sense fails you. If the other person cheats you, you get angry, you go and try to hit him. Because he cheated me. He hates me, therefore I go and hit him. So your common sense is not enough. This is where the religion comes and tells you, you have to be a little more tolerant. You have to be forgiving. So where the more higher values make you more humanistic. Therefore, the religious ethics add up to your common sense ethics, make you more human, make you more saintly. Therefore, the religion should be higher than humanity. It can't be below the humanity. It can't be illogical. It has to be beyond logic. Means the common sense logic cannot explain, but it brings a certain logic. It can explain what looks illogical, it can explain. But here you see some of the religious ethics, it looks more illogical. It looks below the humanness, below the humanity. It makes you more cruel, more hateful. Then people are disappointed with such religions. Therefore, the religion should not make you more inhuman. It should make you more human. More than you are human, it should make you more human than your normal humanity. Okay? Therefore, this is the religion. So this is where the Maya, Moha comes here. Okay? Because of these things, once you start accepting illogical as divine, illogical as God's revelation, and the common sense ethics, logic is wrong, illogical is God. Logic is human, illogicality is God's, divine. Then you will only be animal. You can't be heaven. You can't be saint. You will only be animal. If this is the logic, if this is the religion teaches you, I think you will do. We are better human beings without this kind of religions. We are better off without this kind of religions. Okay. Therefore, the religious purpose of religion should be beyond logic. Beyond logic means it follows another logic, but it should not be illogical. It should add to our understanding. It should not destroy our understanding. Okay? So once we accept this kind of religion, false religions, devilish religions as religions, then it spoils your thinking. It makes you accept what is illogical, what is cruel also in the name of God, in the name of religion. Then your logical thinking is destroyed. Your human thinking is destroyed. Your human values are destroyed. You are made inhuman. You are made to follow the double standard. That's what we see in India now. Double standard. That means you can cheat others, exploit others, still it is your right. They talk because they take freedom. They demand freedom. From the same law they take freedom, but they deny the same freedom to you. We take freedom. We have got every right to destroy your temples. But when you ask them to give back their temple, they say, oh, they create more problems. They come and destroy your temples. They take away your temples. They occupy your temples. When they ask you to give back their temple, they say, now you start telling lies and becoming cruel and misbehave. Oh, our freedom is not there. Our freedom is taken away. Our religion is in danger. And all this kind of nonsense, a devilish talk you talk. That's because you demand freedom, but you deny the same thing to others. See? Because your religion is superior. Therefore, I should talk of my religion. My God is superior to all. My religion is superior. If other person also says my religion, no, my religion is superior, my God is, they say you can't say that. Because you have no right to say. If I say I'll beat you, I'll hit you. Now what do you call this? This is not religion. This is ego, same asuratvam, only named as religion. That means the asuratvam, the inhumanity, the egoistic nature is only named as religion, but you are going down the humanistic level. You are not transcending the humanistic and going to higher level. You are only coming down to the human level, coming down from your human level. So this kind of religion gives you a false education, a barbaric education, and your thinking is spoiled and you won't be able to understand anything. But Vedanta comes with a common sense thinking. What is logical is logical. But here Bhashyakara says, what is a matter of experience? You don't have to deny because it is there right in front of you. Don't bring the logic. Logic is required what is not there in your anubhava to prove it. Logic is required to prove something which is already not there in your anubhava. When it is there in anubhava, what more logic, what better logic you need? The very anubhava is a best logic, better logic than your other logic. Isn't it? Therefore, anubhava is better. He says, nahi drishte anupapannam nama atma anatma adhyasa is natural swabhavika. Okay. Therefore, anyonyatmakatam anyonya dharmamscha adhyasya. Coming to the present point, we went back to the beginning of Adhyasa Bhashya. Now coming to this present one, pratyagatmanam. So pratyagatma is inner atma. Even the aham pratyaya is anatma. Therefore, now anatma is superimposed upon the sakshi. That means body is superimposed upon the sakshi. That means you are taking atma as the body. Taking atma chaitanyam, you don't know what is real atma. You take body as the atma. You take sense organs as the atma. You take mind as the atma. You take I notion as atma. Aham pratyaya. I notion as atma. Now he says, there is another reverse adhyasa. Sakshi and the features of Sakshi, characters of Sakshi superimposed upon the Atma. Anatma. Anatma is aham pratyaya is superimposed upon the Atma, we have discussed. How I notion is superimposed upon the Sakshi. Now, Sakshi is superimposed upon I notion. This is the point. He says, Sarva Sakshinam Pratyagatmanam. The Sakshi which is independent of I notion is superimposed upon the I notion. Tamcha pratyagatmanam sarvasakshinam tad viparyayena antakaranadishu adhyasyatiti. See, pratyagatmanam sarvasakshinam. The pratyagatma which is a sarvasakshi, I think time is up, I have to finish. Okay, I have taken 10 minutes more. That sarvasakshi is again in reverse superimposed upon the aham pratyaya. This we have to discuss. I think we'll discuss tomorrow. Next class. Just as I notion is imposed upon the sakshi, even sakshi means the consciousness, the nature of chaitanyam. Consciousness is superimposed upon the I notion. How? That we'll discuss. Tasya tad viparyayena. Aham pratyayatva adhyasasya viparityena cha pratyagatmanam मिथ्यैव अस्मत् प्रत्यय गोचरत्वेन स्वीकृतं वस्तुतः सर्वसाक्षिणं सर्वेषाम् अंतःकरणप्रत्ययानां तद्गोचरीभूतानां देहादीनां च साक्षात् द्रष्टारं प्रत्यग्रूपमपि सन्तं पराक् स्वभावेषु अंतःकरणादिषु अध्यस्यति. So that Sakshi is superimposed upon the I notion. How? We'll say in the next class. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om Tat Sat.